Right. Pum 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 pum. Stream 56. In this. And yeah, it's life work. All right. Just a little yap about this. First, see that everything works. Yes. Should be fine. The event was on Saturday, but then after or on Sunday there was sauna. I'm not going to go into details. Overall, very nice. I met many people there, had conversations, get to know the vibe of EA members. I wouldn't say, or how would I say it? It wasn't that special. Maybe I did have more expectations for it, but in the end they are just normal people as everyone else, but they just happen to have motivation for helping, which is huge. I really love that. But otherwise normal people, I sensed that the conversations were pretty much the same feeling that I have with anyone. Was I disappointed? I didn't find, at least, anyone who I would have felt to be my kind, or the same wavelength. It felt normal that I feel a bit outsider maybe. And very likely because my journey to here is not that usual, I would say. It felt, so as I said, or was I disappointed? Maybe I would have liked to see even more enthusiasm, even more optimism, even more energetic. Kind of concrete stuff there. But then again, I thought about it today, that it's actually very good. It's very, very good if I feel that there are a lot of improvements that could be made, because then the potential for making the world a better place, doing changes, should be easier. Because if I felt like everyone was very excited, they did a lot, they contributed a lot, they did their best, and I wouldn't have any ideas how to improve it, that would have been more or depressing, maybe. But now it feels like, okay, there are people who are interested, but the processes are not perfect. There are a lot of improvements. Many projects are new or just a few years old. It's not that like the projects have been started 50 years ago and no one just manages to get through. No. So in that sense, it was a good feeling that I got from it. Operations specialist. That was one talk that I joined and listened to. I really liked it. I really liked how it was presented, and the name was Operations as a Career Choice. Where I'm currently in life is that I don't know clear path what I should be doing. The AI, focus on AI, sure, but AI is very broad term. What does it mean? What would be my position in a company? Everything has been unclear and undecided, but now with these operations, that might have been the biggest takeaway from the summit. What if I tried that? And there was a lot of emphasis that it doesn't fit everyone. You need to be able to quickly learn new things and manage stress. You have to be active and not in a spotlight. There were many tests or checks that you need to pass in order to be good at that role. In my case, I really like the bigger picture, the system. I like to understand it, and I can work with any person, any people. Communication is not a problem, even though I don't have that much experience on it, but still organizing, I don't have experience, but there isn't really problems there. Maybe the fast-paced work style is still in progress. That's of course what I have been envisioning. This is the main vision, that I just work all the time and in small chunks. It aligns with that vision perfectly. but I'm in a very early steps on that sector. Do you remember what was the and not being in a spotlight? For some that could be difficult, that others researchers get the credits and you don't. You just make sure things run smoothly, and if you do your work right, no one will notice. And that reminds me of Jordan Slensky from Conan team, Conan O'Brien. Yeah, Conan is so funny. But yes, operations. It doesn't mean I couldn't do technical stuff, or what do I mean technical anymore? I'm just wipe coding. Yesterday I wipe coded gamifying politics website further. I can, okay, I need to focus on something. So if I focus on operations fully, I need to use different tools, and I have less time on doing research how to connect these APIs. But with the rise of AI, that's easier and easier. So I should be able to maybe also continue being a developer. Operations. Worldview, philosophy, life, death, reality, universe, nothingness. That kind of was activated during those speeches. I'm very close to the edge, the unknown with this. That's why I don't feel confident about my future subconsciously. Consciously, I don't really mind, but there's a hint of anxiousness, unanswered questions, and I automatically have created some pressure for myself, some expectations. But of course, whenever I realize them, I just remove them. But still, there are a lot of artifacts still happening. I feel that I have forgotten something. Yesterday when I sat on a train back home, I started to think, okay, what next? What will I do next? And I felt that, how can I make this decision? Or I can't make the decision. It's too simple. I have for sure forgotten something. Have I forgotten some important factor because everything seems too simple. My life is too simple. This project, going through my stuff, they're still there. I will go over them today or tomorrow, hopefully, because yeah, they're starting to get dusty. Then it's more difficult to clean them, or yeah, well, then I have to do more laundry and clean them separately. Just checking the stream health. I thought about the Gamify Politics project, and I showed that to many people, and I got very good responses overall, different responses, but overall good. I mentioned my process of how I am able to remove stress, anxiousness, change my life to align with my deepest desires. And yeah, I received very positive response from that. But okay, maybe now I can focus on trying to I might change the topic first. See if I can do it. It's annoying that there's some bug. This quest. It says I hear this background noise. What was about EA? Refining life plan. Life's plan. I don't really like that life's plan. What? What did I press? One. Ooh. Break. Right. I'm looking at effective altruism groups resource center. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, I would love to go through all of this. Kind of curious. What is the website? Can I find that online? Because if I can go over it on stream, let's try to. Mm. There are a lot of resources, but if I can't find it from searching online, then I don't want to show it. Ah, wait, this. Okay. I can find it online. That means I'm going to go through this. Yes, on stream. Good. I can document my initial thoughts, ideas, but I'll do that later. Right now, I might continue on updating the life's plan. What is my current plan? Focus on AI. Get a job. Get money. Yeah, nothing too much. Okay. Quick meme. So what was my plan? AI. So 3 focus points, or I would say 4: economics, politics, AI, and community. Community is kind of included in the politics, democracy, but I'm going to separate it like I already did. But yeah. Okay, maybe I will just leave it as it was. So 3 things: economics, politics, and AI. Figuring those out together equals world peace. But for that, there needs to be a lot of work. There's a lot of work to do, and I can't do all of them. I just don't have time. Even if I did have all the ideas, I couldn't do them by myself. So community, global helping community. EA is one of them, one option. I'm not gonna say that the EA is the only one, but still it seems like it is the best one. What is community? At least this helping community, what does it do? I can find people to share the ideas, the visions, and then collaborate on them. Create a website, create a marketing plan, then execute it. Make impact. Similarly, what I would do. Maybe create a YouTube video and try to get as many people as possible to watch it. Create a company, something. So community. Personal developments. I can go so far. There is a lot of potential there. Helper of humanity. There's a lot of potential there to develop myself, my emotions, to become an accelerator for change. What has changed? Do I have a new plan? Or okay, no, those were the areas. What was the plan? The plan was gonna just research AI, learn how to use it, but use it for what? I don't remember specifying it. So I think it was just, hey, let's focus on AI and see what it does nowadays. get on board, get updated. So start creating a habit of watching AI related news. Did I have any ideas what kind of job I would want? Yeah, the business idea, not very good one, because it includes physical location. I dislike that, but wait, no. I don't know if I have talked about that. Yeah, two business plans. One is the consulting, the coach idea, which I can do remotely as well. But the other one is having physical location where people could develop themselves. They could be more productive. So rent a small space and choose a service, which could be, hey, I want to read this book. You go there and you give your phone and you are just there with your thoughts and with this book. There is a timer. And it might be that, hey, you don't see the timer. We will let you out. Time is right. I haven't researched that at all. Maybe they have been tested here in Finland. I think I know in some places there are these sort of services. Could be interesting. I wouldn't want to run the place. Self-therapy. Okay, but basically I don't have any proper plan. Continue Gamify Politics project. Where do you get money? I don't know. It's not important. That attitude was my plan. But okay, now the new plan. What is the new plan? The next phase will include many new things, a lot of self-development, stepping into the real world properly. Until now, I have just been practicing planning, but next phase will be real. I was advised to take a career advice. I said, sure. But before that, I want to do at least some research, because I don't want to go there, or it's going to be online meeting probably. Start asking just something I could have Googled or asked AI in 5 minutes. This material that I wanted to check whether it's available publicly, which it is about effective altruism community building. I want to be involved in community building. I have never been involved in any community as an organizer, as a volunteer even. So zero experience. Yeah, that's outside of my comfort zone. At least it has been. Nowadays, the whole thing just raises questions that, hey, I don't know how this works. But if I can research it, if that's not a problem, that, hey, how does it work? Hey, I'll research quickly and then be able to do it. I would like, so in my vision from yesterday or Saturday, I will get involved in EA community. I will start creating ideas. What could be my role? If I could create some meetings, some workshops, talks myself, if I could organize them, I don't see any problem, or I don't feel anxiety about the idea. The biggest question that pops out is this, or when should I focus on this? How important it is now? Operations as a career. In the talk, it was presented that it's not that difficult to find researchers, to find people who do the actual product, but it's very difficult to find good operations specialists who runs the whole thing, because it's not a leader. In small startups, leaders could be also or are automatically operations specialists, but in bigger communities, organizations, there are these people who run things, get things done, and get different parts of the organization to run smoothly together. To raise the productivity by making everyone's job easier and more productive, providing them with the correct tools, resources. But I have that resource. That's one very clear step that I can take. Hey, take a look at it, and well, not take a look at it, but go through it, analyze it, and see whether it would fit my personality. I'm 99% sure I could do it. So go over it, and I could just send a few messages. Hey, I'm interested in this. If you have any suggestions, where to begin, what to do, I'm all ears. I can start making my better comments and suggestions, what to do, what to develop. EA website, is it good? How could it be better? EA forum, all the newsletters, messages. So yeah, there are already immediate things I could do. Get connected more to other EA local groups, not just here in Finland, but globally. Community building. And focusing on operations. So moving away from EA, I would look into it and does feel obvious right now that of course I want to be involved with everything, but not specialize in anything. I'm a generalist. I'm really a generalist. I have been seen as a technical resource, that my role is best used in technical solution creation. Maybe I have missed something. My suggestions have been terrible, or my leadership skills, organizer skills. or I hope it's because I have shown some skills in the technical department that because I could do them, then no one else could take that role, so it go to me, but otherwise others could have taken the leadership or operations role. Operations specialist. And as I said, in startups, the founders could automatically be this. So this would enable everything. I wouldn't have to choose, because I would choose everything. I would still wipe code. I can learn as much as I want, do research. I can create businesses, be a leader, speaker, coach. Everything is included here. I can take the initiative, but I don't automatically need to be in charge. And one point was that for some it could be, I mentioned this, could be difficult to not get recognition, but I have been a ghost my whole life. This is perfect role for me. In Game of Thrones, one of my there are two good characters that I identify quite heavily with. I'm trying to think whether there was third one. Anyways, Jon Snow, from which the Hypnony name is sort of coming from. Varys, who was never a leader, but rather an advisor and master of spies, but that's not important. Tywin Lannister, oh, that character was good. Of course, it was ruthless, evil, but yeah, it's a great character. He did things. But the not getting recognition is good. It's very good. And I could pivot. But if some other area suddenly in the organization needs focus, I can just go there, help that. If I were team lead, I would have to continue on that team, but operations manager seems quite nice. So it would be in the forefront of AI development, AI tools for communication, organization tools. I would have the tools, the network, the understanding of the whole structure to be a leader, yes, but founder of companies. So it pretty much aligns with the economics plan. And the third, what is an organization? What is a political system? What's the difference? It's about different parts doing their thing, how they're connected. Communication. So everything aligns with this. Everything aligns. So being a leader, I don't want that. Meaning first be a leader, then I could do the operations, but I think focus should be being a very good operations manager. Then I can be a leader. No problem. I would understand the system. And in the end, when the world peace is happening, then I would have all the knowledge to decide that it has been achieved. So would be my goal. Coaching, yeah. Yeah, this is and this EA community and community building. It's one doorway. Becoming this for some company, so getting hired to be an operations manager. I don't know about the field that much, but if I do or become very good at finding information, understanding new topics, using the tools, communicating well, yeah, I think it's not that difficult in my mind. Right now I can't think of a reason why companies wouldn't be interested in hiring me. Communications I can do. I can communicate well and showcase what I know, what I can do, my skills. But what are my skills? I need the expertise, I need the knowledge. Someone asks, hey, how I go into work. how can I not? Job interview. Okay. Let's go into job interview. They ask, okay, you are operations manager or operations guy. How would you solve this issue? If I can't answer good plan, good strategy, or show any sort of experience, hey, I have thought about this of course, this textbook situation, then I don't get hired. It's that easy. It's not that I have the enthusiasm, I have the energy, I have the confidence. That just goes so far. I need to have that knowledge. So, okay, let's, from my current knowledge, could there be some other better alternative to get to the world peace? Becoming an icon. This operations stuff, it doesn't exclude that. I don't have any that special skill, or I don't have the looks, I don't have the people skills, communication skills. But okay, I can leave it there. Helper of humanity, my life's character. I will continue developing that. So it can happen. If I could receive or could get 10 million people to understand some issue and get interested to help, that's huge. But it wouldn't fix the problem. Who fixes the system? Who fixes the communication problem? That even if you get 10 million people, 100 million people, it's still not enough if they can't communicate, if they focus on their personal philosophies, if they can't develop themselves. So what would I do as an influencer or an icon? If I become a teacher, hey, I have these things to teach you, why would people listen? Then I would be locked there, I think. Maybe. And the problem is, I'm stupid. I don't know much. I'm developing this Gamifying Politics game. I don't know about Finnish political system that much. How am I creating game from it? That's a good question, yes. So even if I did get the audience, I wouldn't have anything to say. Of course, these methods of mine, how to develop yourself. Yes, it's good. It's a good start. But how could I convince someone to develop themselves further than necessary? Do other people feel as strongly towards world peace than me? Do they have the knowledge? Do they have the skills, the creativity to come about these solutions, ideas? It's clearly not that route. So I shouldn't aim for visibility first and then figure it out. Yes. What other manager? It's not that, it's just lower than operations specialist. So why would I choose that instead? Doesn't make sense. So what could make an impact? So there are two options. Either I am the one who creates the ideas that makes the system better, or someone else. Community building, that's someone else. Being an icon, that's someone else. Both of them includes, or I can do it myself as well. Both of them gives me access to a lot of people who I could collaborate with, who could share their resources. I could share resources with them. Doing it by myself What if I stepped away from this community stuff and thought, okay, no one can do this better than me. I would have the answers. What would I do? I could just code, create the website myself, or the system, the structure. I would still need to do a lot of research. This Gamify Politics project, it's cute. It's nice. Is it the most important piece to fix first in society to get closer to world peace? Maybe not. Maybe it's not. What could I have missed? Nothing important. If I have missed it, it will come later. So I know this. Of course, it's obvious. I'm avoiding moving forward. I know. I've never been this far. It's fine. It's like physical exercise. No, it's not. But I'm constantly moving forward, developing myself forward, which means I don't feel that relaxed all the time, because it's very brief. I notice, okay, my life is great, perfect, but then I move forward. And also, okay, I must admit that right now if I ask myself, is my life, am I fully relaxed with this? No, I'm not. I'm not fully relaxed. I don't feel that this is extra. I feel that I have set myself certain goals, requirements that I need to meet. But I have talked about it how you shouldn't do that. So why am I doing it? It's natural. Brain is optimizing all the time. And it's easy to set the goals and then just follow the goals and not think about it that deeply anymore. And that creates pressure. I need to keep going. I want to keep going, but because my brain doesn't use that motivation, it uses I need to keep going. It creates a little stress, little uneasiness, little anxiousness to my subconsciousness. So if I now take a short moment and relax and think about it. How is my life going? Do I have something on my mind? Confusion? That's one. It feels that I'm not synced with reality. I'm behind. I have lost many things and I'm losing even more. I haven't gained that much. But even if I gain them, they're new. It's not the same. Some things I have built a connection with for 20 years. These new things that are week old, 1 day old, they don't replace that easily. What will remain the same? The human connections, but pretty much nothing else. New devices, new places, new belongings, new clothes, new ideas. Okay, let's take the pause. So nothingness, death. Okay. So yes, my philosophy works. This life goal, this everything makes sense. But on subconscious level, I have a little bit some friction, some anxiousness, so I'm gonna remove that. It's not the same as consciously realizing whether this is what I want, whether life is great. Does it feel great? Maybe. I lost the thought. Huh? I think they... Okay, someone sent me a connection request. But I think I sent him connection request. Maybe he declined first. I'll respond to that later. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, okay. So that thought, the feeling I had was I'm still in some way thinking or feeling that this is just a practice. That if I think about school and real world work, in some way I'm still in the school world. Let's change that. So the feeling is that I'm just looking, I'm not doing it. School is over. Even if I continue my education, it's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be that I will attend lectures, do the minimum or do the homework, then play video games the rest of the time. It has been that. It was that. If I will continue my education first, I'm not gonna continue it, am I? I don't need to. But I still, maybe it's, I have some feeling about the real world or the work life. But I haven't really changed that. And of course, the connections that I'm getting, the conversations I have, or I had yesterday, 2 days ago, they're real. It's not like I'm just, hey, I tried this project or something. No, they're real. And this one connection request or invitation, that could lead to something. Talk with that person, and very interesting guy. And he asked whether I would be interested to work on this. He gave suggestion on my GameFam Politics project. So yeah. I feel that it's similar than becoming an adult. At what point do you feel that, hey, I'm an adult? Okay, working life, maybe when you get money, when you have that job description. I have been, or I had been almost 2 years personal assistant, but it never felt work. It's not real work. It wasn't full time. But thinking about the world peace, this community, did we all go there to the summit to have fun? Was it entertainment? Or was it actually something concrete? We want to work on this or on something. What is work? What is money? In the end, we are animals. We need to eat. We need to drink. We need to have or be warm, safe, healthy. It's easier to see a farmer doing work, or that being real work, or being a policeman or a nurse or shopkeeper. That's real work. Operations specialist. It's not directly doing the work. They're like, someone is in marketing. What's the point in marketing? You are trying to get people to click the ad, to get interested in your product, service, or idea. Okay, I will answer it. I don't want to keep or take too long to see what others are doing. Oh. Let's see this LinkedIn. Okay. First of all, accept. And let's see the message. Okay, I will look into this evening. I thought about the response that I think I have said many times that, hey, I will get back on this. I will look into this when I have time. I never do. Or often I forget it. But now I was gonna write the same thing that I have said before, but I realized it's not good. Why am I doing this to myself, but to them? I wouldn't want to receive that information. So now I switched to I put it on my schedule to look into this. So what will be my schedule? I think today I will schedule it for today, but if I forget, I will put another reminder for tomorrow. What was it? Okay. So now it's on tomorrow. So tomorrow latest, I might have, today I might have, how I might want to do this stuff. Right. Where was I? Work. What is work? Take a quick break. Oh yeah, I wasn't using headset. What was I? Yeah, maybe I continue without it. What is work? Yes. It's not important to think that, hey, now I'm working, but it's important to get rid of that that idea that the work I already do is not important, it's not real. Of course, for me, it feels clear, easy, or it's too simple. My philosophy is too simple. It doesn't feel real. It's a joke. It's child's play because it's so simple. The method I use to develop myself. Everything is so simple, so it can't have any value. But it does have value. That's weird. That is weird, for sure. That's the reality, that you might see these people hear about their accomplishments and think, wow, they do so much, it's crazy, that's real work. But then in reality, it's chill work. They're not doing the concrete work fast, or the ideas, they are not that complex, singular ideas. How to change this? So, defining the problem. I don't feel that this is the last mode. Maybe I can explain it like that. And yeah, the comparison to moving to adulthood. Adults are mostly just old children. They are their arguments are just bad. They get annoyed. They like to swear. They can't control themselves. They say stupid things. There isn't really huge difference. They can't handle their emotions. Nothing too special about those. I have listened the top 100 global playlists on YouTube Music. There is was it Sabrina Carpenter's Man-Child song, and the album or single Cover. It's terrible. I really hate that. And I remember seeing comments about it when it was published half a year ago maybe. But that song, Man-Child, what is a man-child? In many ways, I am a man-child. I turned 28. I don't have experience in relationships. I'm naive on many things. I don't have good style. I eat weird stuff. My home is not the classic. Well, it's not normal. What am I talking about this? Oh yeah, I was talking about who is an adult. But anyways, I'm very much aware of my lack of interest towards styles or fancy food, tasty food, or furniture, but I don't feel that emotionally or in any way. Okay, it's pointless, yeah. So the problem, I need to make the transition from I'm just learning, preparing, to I'm actually living in the world. So it's not a test server, it's production server. How to change this? And this is an example of a change where it doesn't cause me anxiety, but it's just not aligning with my vision. It's an argument, subconscious argument, to not work towards something or do it in a certain way. It needs to go. This is a real world. I live I have arrived to the real world. How would I word this? Okay, I already live in the real world. Yes, I already live in the real world. There are interesting arguments against. Am I sure? Yes. Why not? What's that fancy about practicing? It's safe. Am I avoiding something? Kind of yes, because the unknown is so close, sort of not avoiding it. But I sense that, yeah, this argument is outdated, clearly. So I live in the real world already. I already live in the real world. I already live in the real world. I already live in the real world. I'm not getting into the mindset. I already live in the real world. It's new. It's a new idea, sure. What's the difference? One difference is there is no one, no guardian angel. If you're in school, you have the teachers. You do something, you can ask someone. Now, if I make a move, if I decide something, I don't ask anyone. I don't need to ask. I can. I don't need to. I guess it's that, yes. There has always been someone. And that I felt about that yesterday and on Saturday, that I wasn't in the mindset that, hey, I could lead some group, some conversation. I always still think that there is someone, some other in control, leading this, someone smarter. I'm just a student, I don't know about this, but that will change. That has already changed greatly. That in many conversations I might have, at least in my opinion, the best insights, the best ideas. But I'm still kind of looking for that, hey, good job, you will do good on the test. Hmm. So the alternative is that well, of course, I do the decisions. I don't have to verify it. My mind started to wander. Yes, so I make the decisions. I'm not confident in that. Why? It's new, of course. Yeah. It's partly because I haven't been able to follow up. I have done these bursts. Hey, I get to know some people, but then it doesn't move further from that. That I go into another direction, into my own bubble again for a few months, and then I would resurface. And because I'm not doing, I'm still planning, hasn't changed completely at least. But I make the moves, decisions for myself. That's an interesting one. That I haven't changed that earlier. But it's very clear now. If I analyze my feelings, I'm not used to think this way. I'm not used to seeing myself in the position to make decisions. If I were in some organization and it was my job to figure out what is the best course of action. That is foreign idea. Taking responsibility. I guess with both of these changes, it's just about building the new one. There isn't really need to change or focus on that. It will come naturally. So confidence. I'm not looking for any validation. I take responsibilities for my mistakes, but I can move by myself. Yeah. Hmm. That waiting, going into the usual waiting mode, still lingering, because the habit is one of the fundamental characteristics of myself. And it's been there for my whole life. It's not surprised that it takes time to get rid of it. But now, especially pending that EA Summit, I'm more certain that I can't wait for others. I can't just join someone else. I need to be way more proactive. I have always felt that the political system and work life is something unknown. I don't know how it works. And that's why it has taken so long to get to this point where soon getting into proper working life, because I haven't seen it. I think very simply and often through animal instincts and animal point of view. If I can't see it, it's not there. If I need to use some tool that I don't know how it works, I feel anxiousness. I don't feel good. That's with AI, that I might get frustrated because I can't do anything for it. The Google Gemini, it's an interface with the model, but I don't set the rules and the responses change, so it's not consistent. That's not easy, and the same goes to organizations. I have, of course, heard many descriptions of what you do. But in my experience, many times I don't understand the role. What do you do? I do lots of things, lots of logistics, lots of coding or something. No, what do you do? You explain it generally. I don't know the exact thing. Why are you using general terms? It's like, I would say, I live. How do you live? I just live comfortably. I live daily. But I don't explain. I eat, I sleep, I drink, I seek warmth. I live. That's how I see it. Teachers, or what does teacher do? I teach. I try, or I teach about this topic. Yeah, but what does the job script, what does it mean that you plan the materials, you plan the session, then you plan the homework, you go through exams, you take breaks, you take these meetings with other teachers. So that's a problem, that I haven't seen the work, especially that I want to do. That's why many people, especially young, what they want to be when they grow up. I want to be policeman. I want to be a nurse. They have seen those. No one wants to be back-end developer. No one wants to be operations specialist, maybe. They want to be an influencer because that's what they see. OpenAI Pentagon red lines. It's a right choice not to read news nowadays. It doesn't affect my work or my development. At least today. Taking responsibility, this is real work. Being catered, taken care of. Although that's fine. I don't know something. Hey, I will ask a friend. I will ask my family members. Sure. Colleagues. Being independent. Okay, let's go back to what does my life feel like at the moment. Is everything fine? I'm a bit tired, and whenever I come back to this reality, maybe after a few seconds, I don't believe what I'm thinking of, what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing. So weird. I take a nap. Seven hours left. Yeah, I will end this stream. I will take a nap. These changes, even though they're very quick, they're large, huge. Yes, I want to take a nap now because I can't do it later. Good. Good.